Maaf saya sekejap je. Saya nak kena gerak. Saya happy lah dapat juga menonton screening di sini. Terima kasih atas tayangan filem yang sungguh menggugah menggugah perasaan dan membuat kita berfikir tentang permasalahan dan polemik dunia yang tak pernah selesai, yang belum selesai dan tak tahu bila akan selesai. Dan ini sebenarnya dia bercakap tentang konflik agama, tentang pertentangan ideologi dan juga hal-hal politik yang sebenarnya mengganggu-gugat apa orang kata yang menyebabkan konflik ini terjadilah. Sebab saya pernah ada pengalaman pergi ke Kashmir. Kashmir walaupun dia berseberangan dengan Pakistan, isu itu start daripada India ke mana-mana tempat sekitarnya memang akan sentiasa ada pertentangan tu, di mana kalau kita berbual dengan lokal punya orang-orang lokal di sana pun mereka seboleh-bolehnya tidak mahu bercakap langsung tentang isu ini. Even ketika saya pergi ke sana, saya punya pemandu pelancong tu, kita singgah di masjid, solat dan sebagainya. Ketika saya bertanya tentang konflik sedikit, memang mereka kalau boleh avoid lah untuk ni. Dan dia rasa benda tu macam kita macam judge dia, macam seolah-olah kita judge dia, padahal kita sama-sama Muslim macam tu kan. Dia tak nak bercerita tentang benda tu. Itu mungkin satu daripada ramai orang yang mungkin rasa isu tu sensitif lah pada mereka. Dan kita orang luar, kita outsider, kita tak akan tahu sejauh mana orang kata kesakitan, darah yang pernah tumpah di situ, kita tak akan pernah tahu. Tapi kita sebagai orang yang kita pelancong dan kita orang kata merenung kehidupan ni, kita kena jadi orang yang sensitif dan juga empathy lah terhadap dunia yang itulah mungkin jauh dari kita, tapi sebenarnya kita sesama agama kan, kita patut ada rasa empathy terhadap orang-orang yang macam ni lah. Image yang paling kuat tadi lah saya nak cerita tadi tu, yang dekat telaga tu, yang macam senyap je, tiba-tiba hilang macam tu je. Saya ingat macam macam menakutkan, sangat menakutkan image tu. Macam kehidupan tu dah bergerak, dia dah ada masa depan dan sebagainya. Tapi kenangan yang tu kan, kenangan lalu tu, momen-momen lampau tu sukar untuk kita tinggal dan lupakan. Dia menghantui sampai selama-lamanya macam tu lah.
Okey. Terima kasih. Terima kasih datang.
Terima kasih.
Thank you, jumpa lagi ya.
Sampai Selina.
Itu dia Silent Waters. Basically dengan India's political history, partition of India, division of British India that led to two independent dominant states, India and Pakistan, and it deals with division of two provinces, Bengal and the Punjab. Yeah. So upon India's independence, these two provinces, Bengal involved East Bengal, if I'm not mistaken.
In 1947, when India was divided, it was East Pakistan and West Pakistan.
East Pakistan and West Bengal, but the Punjab, I think, is the West Punjab, and
Hello?
the Punjab side is the West.
Yeah, because the Bengal province and Punjab province was divided.
Yeah.
The Punjab province was divided into Indian Punjab and Pakistani Punjab. And the Pakistani Punjab, that Pakistan was at that time known as West Pakistan.
Yeah, yeah.
And when Bengal was divided, it was also West Bengal and East Bengal.
Yeah.
The West Bengal is the part which belongs to India, which is still called West Bengal.
Yeah.
The East Bengal at
No.
that time was known as East Pakistan.
Pakistan now is Bangladesh.
Yeah, after 1971 war, it became independent nation Bangladesh.
Yeah, itu and then during the partition, it involved migration, right, and movement
Yeah.
from both sides, right?
Yeah, partition involves a lot of migration, a lot of violence as well.
Violences,
Yeah.
killings, and rape,
Yeah, like all sorts of
Abduction,
violence.
yeah.
Like,
abduction.
obviously, like women are soft target, as we say. Like,
Yeah.
but not just women. Like, because partition is always a sensitive issue, it has not been that much officially documented. Nobody wants to talk about it. Yeah, but recently, like last 10, 15 years, there are works going on, and so it was said that it was like more than like 1 million people were basically killed. And killing means including honor killings as well. The issue that it has been mentioned here. Yeah. Like people are butchering each other, that's one thing. And there are honor killing by their families themselves as well. And honor killing obviously involves women.
I mean, the father of family.
Father, uncle, whatever, the male member of the family, because they are afraid that the women might be taken away by others and whatnot, so they force them to kill themselves so that the family's honor can be reinforced. Like what it was shown that Biru refuses to jump in the well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And then she ends up marrying her.
marrying her. Yeah. So this happened a lot actually in both the sides.
Okay. And I mean the whole story, yang before 2002, the story is set in 1979 during the time of this military dictator, General Muhammad Zia-ul-Haq.
That was actually forgotten, which I reminded, because it has seamlessly blended 1947 and General Zia's regime.
Yeah.
And General Zia's regime is like Zia came to power by a military coup.
Yeah.
Yeah, he overthrown Zulfikar Ali Bhutto,
Ali
who
Bhutto,
won. Yeah, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was elected governor. Yeah. But it was a military coup, and he
Yeah.
was hanged, as you can see.
And then he
mentioned.
implemented martial law.
And yeah, he introduced martial law. He suspended the constitution and became the martial law administrator. And he is a kind of a very authoritarian person
Yeah.
with very much extremist idea. Religious extremism, all sorts of, because press was gagged at that time. 10 years of Zia's regime, that 80s, when I was very young, but every single day we read about all those things. And 1979, Soviet attacked Afghanistan. And Zia took that opportunity. He, in order to prevent the Soviet, strengthen the Afghan Mujahideens, which also inculcated the religious extremism in the entire area. And we now can see how Taliban was born actually.
Yeah.
And the character named Salim,
Salim.
is it represents any of the group?
Yes, it is a story as much of Aisha's as much of Salim's. It's both the story. It's not just Aisha's story. It is Salim's story as well.
Yes.
Because Salim and Salim's generation, that post-Pakistan generation, the post-partition generation, the post-partition generation, and you can see even Sabiha Sumar, the director, she dedicated it to her parents. Because it is very much because a post-partition generation can produce this kind of film, because she was telling two stories. Because
And even her parents were from the other side as well. I mean, from India, from Mumbai.
yeah, that
And
because
then,
when before it was India, or
Yeah.
even General Zia,
Yeah.
he was taught in
Yeah,
India
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
And they settled down in Karachi.
Yeah, so because the problematic part is like there are lots and lots of women like Aisha's whose stories have not been told, whose voices have been lost for obvious reasons. And because of that atrocities, trauma and fear that has been ingrained for ages, they have been silenced. And there was a fear going on even today. The fear has become an idea of fear, but those kind of people are still live under tremendous fear. And that is why I think the Silent Waters, the name is very much metaphoric, because it is not just the water is silent who is holding so many stories, but even people like Aisha, they are silenced, and people like Salim, they have been also silent. They are also being silenced because they are in the most confusing positions. Because they are quickly uprooted, they don't know where they belong, who they can relate to, and particularly during those 47 onwards and particularly like for Bengal, we have seen another war in 71. When Bangladesh was born. So there was another refugee influx at that time happened in Bengal. So all those periods basically exacerbated all the violence and atrocities, reminded them all the histories, and made the next generation more silent. And so that is what I like the film all about, because it seamlessly blended the political and the personal. It's a political story, it's a personal story as well. And the silence works in many layers here.
Yeah, the white shot when Aisha jumps into the well and commits suicide, that is very powerful. And it's like,
Yeah, because she
silent.
all throughout her life she tried to escape.
yes.
She didn't want to die.
Yeah.
Even in that 47 era, she knew what she was going, where she will be going to. She knew her fate, but she didn't want to die. But after 20-30 years later, like when that is the fear, when her original identity get disclosed. And with the rise of extremism. And you also have to understand the pressure of living with a fictional identity. And when she was completely a different person, and she has to maintain that throughout her life. And when those kind of identities which has been assumed under extreme circumstances and which was in the danger of being revealed under another extreme circumstances, it was very difficult to visualize the future. Because you can understand what might happen even to her son. Because everybody will question Salim. They started questioning Salim that who are you? So she has no other choice actually. So what she was escaping from, she has gone back to it.
Yeah. That's why the intermittent flashbacks are very significant.
What, sorry?
All those flashbacks,
Yeah.
intermittent flashbacks are very significant. I mean, serve as a sort of like they prefigure her suicides at the end. In the end, it was
Because those are the silent voices, because we lost so many. Because currently, like there are efforts going on to document oral history, at least those who are still here around, because those who have seen the 1947 era are my parents' era. So they are almost gone. And very few are here, and they are also very elderly here. They're trying to document, but how much you can. And most of the more problematic part is that most of the people are unwilling to say anything. Because they're still under this, they're still so much of, like, they're still so afraid of that memory, that trauma that they are carrying.
It's very strong.
You have no idea how strong it can be. It's very difficult to say. That is what we say, that the next generation, that we are actually carrying that. We are not born in that. We haven't seen that. But, and nobody even openly talks about it. They just don't want to talk about it. If, like when I was young, I asked questions and I was just shut up. You shut up, you just study, work hard, and you don't need to know about all those things. But you get to know. It was all around you. Yeah, you get to know eventually. So, and as you get to know, you understand that you have to keep silent as well. For the sake of your parents, for the sake of that generation.
In terms of like film representation of it, I mean, insofar as I understand, only like, I mean, mainly only like art house, non-mainstream film to like deal with this issue.
Mainstream film has dealt, not in this way. Mainstream film dealt in a more stereotypical patriotic way. Like freedom struggle. They have.
Like some Bollywood film.
Yeah, they have. It is not that they haven't, but dealing with, because you see such a sensitive issue, such a sensitive issue that it was not allowed to be shown in Pakistan. Apparently, when you see the film, it's a very simple film. There is nothing problematic going on, but people who know how sensitive it is, what question it is raising. So it was not allowed to be shown in Pakistan. Yes, that mostly those kind of film, like as I told you, Ritik Ghatak's trilogy. Ghatak's trilogy, like Meghanakatara, Komal Gandhar and Shubhanurekha, those three are very much dealing with it. There are
Garam Hawa.
Garam Hawa, Garam Hawa is also another film you can say. There are just those kind of films who knew that it will not be commercially successful. But they just want to talk about it because these things needs to be talked about. And
interestingly, initially this film was planned for a documentary. And then eventually
Sabiha
Zumar made it as a.
Because it was very difficult to make a documentary of it. That is why he has to go to. I can understand she cannot make it a documentary because people will not talk about it.
And then
it is only through fictionalization she can talk about it, what she wants to talk about.
Even it never had any theatrical release in Pakistan, but even it never
not
had any theatrical release. But it was screened in more than 40 villages and towns.
It was her own initiative. Her own initiative. She tried to reach out to people because she knew that she will not get any support.
But it was released commercially in India.
It was released commercially in India, yes, but it was not a box office hit, obviously. Not at all.
It also features, I mean, the actress. She's a Bollywood star. Bollywood.
Some of them are, Kiran Kher is very well known. That Aisha. Kiran, everybody knows probably. Even the Zubaida, they are. Even that Jaswant, the Sheikh, they are all Indian actresses.
Zia-ul-Haq was in power for about 10 years.
Zia-ul-Haq was in power about 10 years, and then he died in a plane crash, which was assumed to be a deliberate one.
And then Ali Bhutto was.
Bhutto, yeah, Bhutto was there, and Bhutto's daughter, Benazir Bhutto,
Benazir Bhutto.
and eventually she was assassinated as well. General Zia's regime inspired many other literary works as well, loosely. Like there is a diasporic Pakistani author Muhammad Hanif, whose novel A Case of Exploding Mangoes, it was loosely based on Zia's regime, particularly Zia's plane crash. And I think recently there is a Netflix film, Mission Majnu, probably, Mission Majnu, I think, and that was loosely inspired by that regime. Some of Salman Rushdie's novel referred to those kind of regimes as well, but not directly.
Thank you, Dr. Mitra, for the context. Maybe, I would like to hear also from other. Silakan. Asra?
Okay, sebelum kejap lagi saya balik
Ya.
masa saya tengok opening tadi 1979, of course it's divinely Islamic Revolution kan, yang juga berlaku pada tahun yang sama. And I believe Islamic extremism ni muncul sebab ada keberanian, sebab apa yang berlaku dalam seluruh dunia termasuk tanah Melayu juga pada waktu, sebab tu dia makin berani yang munculnya Islamic extremism. Cuma saya suka filem ni sebab the way dia represent konsep pendam, silent waters tu kan, daripada dalam konteks seorang ibu yang dah ada trauma, nostalgia yang menyakitkan, and we have Subida, a new generation yang willing to fight. Jadi perjuangan mereka tu both nak fight for their vocational freedom. It's just that maybe for the Aisyah, it's too painful for her to fight. Maybe finally she decide to kill herself, what we call honor killing, kan, just to shut everything because she cannot go out. Anak satu-satunya, Salim tu just represent a boy, budak yang tak ada arah, in compare to Zubida yang dah cat what she wants to do, apa yang dia nak dekat college. So budak lelaki yang boring, and then suddenly terbeli dengan Islamic extremist yang memberikan dia arah tuju.
Tapi bukan cerita Salim tu, don't you think Salim's story is a coming of age kind of story tu?
Satu juga yang boleh lihat daripada perspektif itu, someone bagi dia direction yang clear, kan, dan dia nampak itu sahaja. Budak remaja yang berkobar-kobar dan yes, sebab dia tengok dia tukar kan, daripada yang nak mengikut nafsu, nak bercinta, and suddenly tiba-tiba dia ada satu matlamat kan. That's from my perspective lah. Cuma silent water tu, the term filem tu very strong sebab dia symbolize pendaman yang you tak boleh nak reveal kan, because that term silent water tu. That's my 2 cents.
Suppression.
Pendam.
Farhan?
Bagi saya suka sebab dari awal dia dah tunjuk yang bila ada satu budak kecil yang tolong dia ambil air tu, selalu tu tanya dia kenapa dia tak pergi tu. So tapi dia tak jawab. Kita tahu yang dia pendam, ada satu cerita yang dia pendam dekat perigi tu, dan ada flashback tu banyak kali tunjuk perigi tu. And saya suka satu scene yang ada voice over yang dia baca puisi tu, yang ada satu puisi yang dia cakap pasal dua negara yang terasing, lepas tu dia cakap pasal perempuan kan. So dari situ kita nampak dia punya trauma dekat daripada peristiwa pengasingan pada tahun 1947 tu sampai ke tahun 79 tu, yang agak lama lah, tapi trauma tu masih ada dekat dalam diri Aisyah tu. Tu saya suka sebab dia tunjukkan trauma wanita kan, wanita Pakistan India dalam bila negara tu jadi ada pengasingan tahun 47.
David, do you like the film? I think you missed the suicide scene. Right. David just fell asleep at the time. Yeah, I saw David was earlier. So you just missed that one. It's just a brief shot. I mean, a wide shot. Aisha jumped to the well.
And there was no sound.
No sound at all.
Even the
And Aisha also looked so tiny with a wide shot.
Yeah, because it's a wide shot, like
Yes.
because Aisha doesn't matter here.
Yeah.
Because she's
It's very powerful
symbolizing.
shot. Yes. And then after she prayed, after her prayer, after subuh prayer,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it was quiet and then
Yeah.
not many people around
Yeah.
early morning.
David, want to say something? Depressing?
There are lots of layers to it.
Oh yeah. Very layers. Layers. I like the feature. I mean, it features television quite a number of times.
Oh, because that time television was coming to South Asia. It was a big
Yeah.
thing at that time.
Yeah. And then one of the characters also makes a statement about
Because like I remember
Something
those
un-Islamic.
television shops,
Yeah.
huge crowd in front of the shops because
Yeah,
something
those
people are
times.
The director used the television for the era indication as well,
yeah,
right?
80s. The 80s was yeah, I remember when our area, one flat has a television.
Yeah.
One. And like a lot of people go there to listen to the evening news.
Even in Malaysia, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken,
because that
during
is the
that
time
time,
of the television. Was
not every household has a TV set.
But they used television very delicately because it
Yeah.
was not there was a Bollywood song going on, and when they saw the people, they changed the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Zia-ul-Haq
Yeah,
was as well.
yeah, because I should say the director has a lot of courage because she really showed Jia, just the real Jia.
Yeah. And then the portrait also.
Yeah, the picture, it was the real person.
Yeah.
Saya suka karakter barber. He's like a wise man in
The
this
barber.
film, the barber. It's like then there's some questions about laymen and the politicians and the boys town boys diorang tu kan sama ada dia berjuang untuk politik or layman and so that all the questions come from the barber tu. The barber tu dia macam the center of
that was one of the very important character, and also
Yeah.
you see there's an elderly character. So he was bringing pre-47 ideals, where there was not that much of discrimination.
Yeah.
Because the discrimination was kind of politically implanted
Yeah.
and incited. And you were referred to that Martin Moyna that day. And this barber character, you can remember, if you remember, there was a boatman,
Yeah.
Moyna.
Yeah.
Those are the characters that this kind of films always
the Bangladeshi.
yeah betul the boat and
Clever.
Yeah.
So
So the film also was
Yes,
released.
there was a
Is
boatman.
it because there deals every day with
Exactly.
people
Because you see that these are all ordinary
many
people,
range of
boatman,
people,
barber,
yes.
they deal with everyone. They cannot discriminate between and they shouldn't see through lenses.
colored line.
So that's why most of the important dialogues are being told by those people.
Yeah, that part I think
Ritual as well.
Yeah, so it was very easy.
Because I remember late 1970s in Bengal as well, we have like an Naxalite revolution, you can say. All the young generation.
Mature and vulnerable. Yeah.
It's very easy to like sway their
Yeah.
ideas.
Oh, that's right. You look like
Cinematography.
yeah. I like this photography.
No, I'm thinking about people who are silent. One of closest figure to me is my father. He's now 89 years old. He's gone through so many experience, I would say, since he was born in 1936. So when my experience with him, when I asked him, tell us something about your past and everything, he just mum himself. He seems not interested to share with us, his past. We know, his experience through stories from our mother, our uncles, but not from him. Yeah, that's what make me feel when you because another film is like the documentary about Indonesia, Sound of Silence. Then there are one or two films that show that silence is powerful at the same time problematic.
It's like Sri Lankan films as well.
Yeah.
Silence is very
Yeah.
because of the trauma.
Because Sri Lanka has gone through a tremendous trauma because of the ethnic warfare for a very long time.
And the other thing is that I feel a bit disturbed because in this film it seems that the well-informed people are the one who trigger or create problem, not the layman. Even the speaker are also professors and so on. Yes, they take advantage on the young ones, the teenagers. That's what happened in Bangladesh recently, and few other riots in Pakistan and also Bangladesh. Then then I have a question whether is it the right way to be educated? Or shall we just learn what we need to, not more than that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you know more, then that's another. That's one question that suddenly in my mind, whether
Ignorance is bliss lah.
somehow it's kind of a blessed to us if we know nothing. Rather than if we know so many things, then we have to choose whether we have to share the knowledge or we want to keep to ourselves.
Yeah. With regard to that, I would like to know as well, like generally in India or in Pakistan, this history of this partition, has it like, it has not been erased or something, never been erased, the history.
Yeah. History what?
The history of this partition, has it been erased?
No,
In the context of India's national discourse, or
it has not been erased, but the problem is that it has been represented in many ways which suits the ruling party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I agree with you because any new nations, even for us in Malaysia, in Southeast Asia, we have problems with borders. We have unsettled borders. Until today, we have our good neighbors in Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, and everything. no, we just did, no, okay, relax, no need to think about our borders for now, because no, it will settle later on, or we can negotiate, no, somehow we can, no, agree to disagree whatever in terms of borders. But one day, if someone, no, want to use that matter or that issue as a stepping stone to gain power or to control something.
It has been politicized, plain and simple.
Yeah.
It has been just because, particularly those areas that has been divided, they kind of make it alive because they can exploit that emotion.
So yeah, because like initially, I don't know, from what I know, the idea of like having a separate country like Pakistan is like to, because Muslims, the minority, felt that they were like discriminated against, and you know, like they felt inferior, right? I mean, generally speaking. But when they were in Pakistan, and then the Bengalis at the time, the Muslim felt that they were discriminated against, right?
Yeah, because like,
by the Punjabs.
Of course, because there is a huge problem why Bangladesh war has happened.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
they don't want to be a part of the West Pakistan.
Yeah, so that explains Islam or religion is not the issue there.
Islam is not the issue.
Yeah.
Islam was initially the issue, but a lot of Muslims remained in India.
Yes.
Even they are coming like for practical purposes. The problem with West Pakistan and East Pakistan was one of the linguistic problem, because West Pakistan wanted to impose Urdu as the national language of all Pakistans.
Yeah.
And East Pakistans are Bengali speaking. Why should they accept Urdu as their national language? Because there was a language revolution went on, like in 1952, 21st February, which is coming soon, which has later been announced as the UNESCO Day of the Mother Languages, UNESCO Mother Language Day. It was the day when military has shot Dhaka University students who were peacefully protesting for Bengali language.
So the idea of like having this independent and
But
separate
another problem arose in Punjab area because the Sikh community thought that they were left behind. Because they said that India was given mostly to the Hindus, Pakistan was created for the Muslims where we go.
Yeah.
So they started, that was the Khalistani movement started eventually. That was also another darker side of history. That's one of the impact, you know, Indira Gandhi was assassinated. It was one of the results. The Khalistani movement created a lot of issues because they felt they are caught in between and they wanted their own land.
I think having a new nation or creating a new nation is not really a problem. The problem lies in using religion, using ethnicity, using language as a tool to instill a sense of belonging to a nation, rather than for the sake of not to create a majority, to create good support to lead. But I think on the end we should go we should say that people who belong to the land, belong where they that's the issue that one of our lyrics in our negaraku, tanah tumpahnya darahku, right? I don't believe that tanah tumpah darahku is like is about fighting to win the territory. It's about where you've been born, you know, your darah is your mother's blood, you know. Come, so out together with you. It's not about fighting with other people, fighting with other party to gain territory, to you know, to consolidate the power and so on.
You belong to a certain land because you were born there.
Yeah. But orang impak ada kat sini tak ada.
Okey, ada lagi? Any more? Kita dah pergi discussion yang ni lah. I mean related. I mean very interesting.
It's a good film.
Yeah. Of course, Dr. Mitra said it's painful to watch for her.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised. He said that I can feel anything.
I think Malaysians should learn from the history of this
Because
partition.
eventually it is talking about human values. It has nothing to do with India, Pakistan, Malaysia, nothing else. Eventually the human values have been separated.
Do you think the Malaysia potential to be like this?
It's up to
Has-
you.
We also had
Like
issues
what
with
you-
Singapore previously. Kan? Yeah.
But all there are
What
always a
made
group of people
Malaysia different?
Hmm?
What made Malaysia different
from
from this crisis or situations?
well, I don't think it's proper to compare because the crisis that was shown was 30-40 years ago. Things are not like that right now. Yeah. Because from 1990s with the rise of globalization, things started to change.
But what we have tendency to be like,
But
you know,
all countries have that tendency.
Yeah, all
Yes.
countries.
All countries have.
Look at America right now. You know?
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
best example.
Exactly. Because there will always be a group of people like that.
Yeah.
The only thing is that whether at least the democratic country elect those people to run the country. But even that is not a foolproof. Like Bhutto was elected. What happened? Pakistan, like at least multiple times those military coups happening. Even like General Zia is not the first one. Before that there was military coups. And how many I can't
Them.
Even currently it was also a mess.
But rakyat Malaysia patut
But you
belajar lah.
see what's happening in Bangladesh right now.
Sebab kita ni asyik tengok di Malaysia kita
Yeah.
sangat tengok dia orang ni India ni very homogeneous.
Yeah. Tapi ada satu faktor between India and between Pakistan and India, Pakistan and Bangladesh. These two countries have been governed by two families for quite a long time. Right. But recently,
But what is going on in
yeah,
Bangladesh?
it's not anything. Today they have changed. You know, I agree with you with digital technology and so on. New generation looking at something different. Even the latest student riot, you know, it's not about the two families anymore. It's about how to.
It becomes transformed into something else.
Yeah, yeah. You just for us maybe we need to praise. If anything.
It's happened to Borneo, Sarawak and Sabah, right?
Yeah, they have their rights because of the ME Nation Agreement 1963. They can some. That's the problem with modern nation, Politics, majority, is something that we need to respect somehow. If the Sarawak people, the majority of Sarawak people choose to be independent, I don't think can say anything. We can't afford to have another civil war between these two regions, one peninsula, the other in Borneo. Sabah will follow suit, definitely. Right? And Kalimantan, and I don't know. Right? That's my thought. I'm not very sure. Just
Okay. I think that's all for today. Thank you so much. And 19th of February ada satu lagi filem, the last film for this semester. The adopted son from Kyrgyzstan, so from South Asia to Central Asia, 1998.
Different problems.
Yeah. The adopted son.